All right, ladies and gents, we are cruising at the moment, and we are on Men's Health Mondays. This will not be a particularly long one. I got a super busy evening, busy day. Got travel this week and business, of course, but definitely wanted to pop in and drop a couple of gems, for the people. But thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate that. Let me cut on the chat. Let's see. All right, I think we got the live chat rolling. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to talk about tonight is going to be probably the number one thing. And if you're live on chat, put if you can hear me okay. I think it's going to be the number one thing that a lot of people don't do, but they probably should do it because of how much it'll impact your life. Okay, like this, if you decided just one thing, I'm gonna break it down into 2 words. And good evening, family. Good to see y'all on. Get those. You only need your pens and paper for this one because this information should really resonate with you regardless. But I'm gonna give you 2 words, and these 2 words, if you haven't already, you're not already familiar with them, I truly believe they're gonna help you tremendously, absolutely tremendously. So appreciate y'all hopping on. And let me and again, if you're in the chat, put a 1 in the chat one more time. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, if the audio's good. We're on the Bluetooth right now. And I'm gonna give you 2 words tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Terry Hill. Good to see you, brother. Linda, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. T, I see you. Ride share ready. I see you. Welcome. Anthony Stone, Lynn, good to see you, gentlemen. Welcome. Good to have y'all on. Okay, thank you, Rick. Appreciate it, brother. Now, these 2 words, I want you to understand. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate you. I want you to apply these words as soon as possible in every aspect of your life. And I'm going to give you the 2 words, and then we'll go through a couple of different scenarios where you really should apply these. And then I'm going to show you the difference between people who apply these 2 words and people who don't. And anybody you know who's successful in any walk of life, if they've ever had any streak of success at all, I can tell you they've applied these 2 words guaranteed. Kenya, good to see you. Georgia in the building. Ohio in the building. Good to see you, Dr. James. Okay. All right. And these 2 words are going to be consistent. I'm telling you, that's the 2 words. Be consistent. Miriam from Dallas, good to see you. Write those down, etch them on your brain, write them on your heart. Be consistent. Okay? Be consistent. Be consistent. Be consistent. If you have everybody's tried to work out at some point, most people. Good evening from Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome. Good to see you. In fact, let me pull over and make sure I can dedicate the right amount of intent. I want to make sure y'all know how important these 2 words are, because I'm driving. I don't want y'all to think, oh, it ain't that big a deal. He cruising this, that, or a third. No, let me ease up in here. Make sure y'all understand what I'm trying to say, because this is important, man. This is important. Okay. All right. Phoenix, Arizona in the building. Good to see you, Coach. All right. Let me tell you, where you are right now don't have nothing to do. Your weight right now, fellas, has nothing to do with what you ate today. 0. Stephanie Jenkins, Las Vegas in the building. Can't wait to get to Las Vegas next month. Woo, we ready. We ready for Vegas. All right. Your bank balance, I hate to break it to you, has so little to do, literally almost nothing to do with the money you made today. Like, unless you might have made an extra couple thousand dollars a day, that's different. But all of the money that's in there this morning, midnight when you woke up, well, midnight when it became today, has nothing to do with what you did today. Or yesterday even. Well, on like big picture type of thing. Your weight, the amount you weigh, has nothing to do with what you ate this week. 0. Very little. Very little. Your bank balance and your weight are simply lagging indicators of the choices and decisions that you have made prior to today, especially the previous 90 days, 6 months, a year, 6 years, 5 years. Your bank balance today is a lagging measure of your spending, savings, earning, investing habits over the last 6 months, 90 days, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, guaranteed. Your weight it has nothing to do with what you ate today for the most part, or this week, or this month, really, honestly, not much at all. Your weight, for the most part, is a lagging indicator of your food choices, drink choices, supplement choices, of what you eaten, smoked, drank, what you didn't choose to eat or drink or whatever for the last 90 days, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, period. Your health, with very few exceptions, if you had something catastrophic that happened, that's different. Your health is not really about, oh, I didn't engage in healthy habits today, whatever. Your health today, your weight, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your arterial dilation, you know what I'm saying? If you got any blockage, that has nothing to do with today. It's a lagging indicator of everything that you've done the last 6 months, the last year for your health, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's a lagging indicator. Hate to break it to you. If you want to improve your health, specifically your weight or your money, okay? Any one of it, okay? Ms. Williams, good to see you from Minneapolis. Good to see you. Okay, I see you. Good to see you. You are 100% going to want to be consistent in those areas. Rasan, good to see you, brother. If you want to have more money, yes, you need to start making more money today, but I can tell you, you're going to have to be consistent in, for example, building your online business. You got to be consistent. I don't know how else to put it. It's not about, man, coach, I've been putting in the work. I put in 40 hours this week on my online business. That's cool. That's great. You put in 8 hours a day on your online business. That's awesome. How long you been doing that? Well, I just got started 2 months ago. Okay, cool. I wouldn't even recommend doing 40 hours a week on online business. Why? Because it's unsustainable for most people, especially if you have a full-time job. I recommend maybe 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day at most if you want really fast results, because you got to set it up so that you can be consistent. Okay? You got to be consistent. Yeah, and it got to be the IPAs. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we definitely talking about IPA, just so y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, stands for income producing activities. And in the gym and in health, they call RPAs, results producing activities. People go to the gym for 3 hours, but they might be working out for 15 minutes. Okay, you understand? Result producing activity. Usain Bolt trained for years and years and years to run the Olympics and win the world medals and everything at the Olympics and world championships. But if you think about it, because I got copies of his workout, he did stretching for like 20 minutes. And he didn't lift a lot of weights. He lifted weights 1 or 2 times a week, but not a lot of weights. He ran a lot, but I say a lot. He only ran after he stretched and warmed up and everything, did dynamic stretching, and he ran a 100-yard dash at about 80% of his speed, and then worked his way up. He would run anywhere from 4 to 6, sometimes 10 100-yard dashes in a day. But a slow 100-yard dash for Usain Bolt at 70% is like 12 seconds. So 12 seconds times 10, that's 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. He would run for 12 seconds and then rest for literally 8, 9, 5 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes, just depending on how he felt before it's time for the coach to tell him to go again. So the resting in between the sets was not the RPA. That wasn't the stuff that was producing the results. It was 2 minutes. He worked out for 2 hours a day doing track practice, but only 2 minutes of those 2 hours were results producing activities. It can be the same thing for you. You don't have to spend 2 hours at the gym every day like Usain Bolt did. He was only working really hard for 2 minutes out of the 2 hours. That's been documented. 120 seconds. It's been documented. Okay. So you have to be consistent, and being consistent for 2 minutes a day at the gym, that's not a lot of time at all. But if that time is going to be you working really hard, 2 minutes a day is better than 5 hours once a week. Well, Will, what about 5 hours a day? Not sustainable. You can't be consistent doing that. Okay. But I would recommend, gentlemen, if you want to be fit, Understand the results are not going to be there in a week. Get over it. Get over it. Ms. Howard, good to see you. Good to see you. The results probably won't be there in a week. You can start to see some progress, but what I would recommend you do is set up a gym or workout routine that you can maintain 3 to 5 days a week for, at the beginning, no longer than an hour, including travel time. Just get in there and do something until you develop the habit of going to the gym. And I would focus on the 20% of exercises that get 80% of the results. And they're going to be different for each person. Okay. For me, that's going to be cardio and mobility, stretching and stuff like that. I don't like to do it, but that's when I see the best results. Bench pressing 200, 300, sometimes 400 pounds. That's my max, full 5. And I can't do that for but 3 reps. That's a lot for me. That's not going to get me the most bang for my buck. And when I bench that heavy, it takes so much recovery time. I can't even be consistent doing that. I'm not benching that every day. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, Richard, good to see you. Okay. So what I recommend is you find the 20% of, see, for Charlotte, again, like I said, it's different for everybody. So for Miss Charlotte, she says, okay, First Sergeant Charlotte Whitaker, okay, Army veteran. Thank you for your service, young lady. She says push-ups is the thing that she's consistent with. Now, here's a funny Charlotte Whitaker story. This young lady is, I don't think she made 70 yet. She don't look it. It don't matter what. She looked 20 to 30 years younger than what she is. But she's 70. She says she's 70. I don't really believe it. She just doesn't look. She looks literally 20 to 30 years younger. It's crazy. Okay. We're at an event. 70 and a half. Come on now. We're at an event in Orlando, Florida. I'll never forget it. And we're in the parking lot. We're about to go into the venue. It's like a meet and greet. It's like a Friday night. And Miss Charlotte goes, all right, everybody, I'm trying to challenge y'all in push-ups. And she was taking all comers in push-ups. And I don't think anybody won. I think MJ gave her a good run for her money, but that's another military veteran. So these ladies were winning. So the fellas were getting embarrassed out there. Some of the dudes wasn't even trying. Some dudes did try. They got ate up. And I can just tell that these dudes had not been consistent doing push-ups. I was looking going, this is not going to go well for y'all fellas. And she was just beating them up. And you can tell that she's been consistent. Let me ask this because I don't know the answer. Miss Charlotte, how many times a week or a month do you do push-ups? I'm just curious. Like, do you do them every day or every couple of weeks? Like, or is it just like you just good at them because you was in the military for so long? Yeah, Marcus said he didn't even try. I'm not mad at you for not trying, bro. It was hard. It was hard down there. Knuckles in the gravel. I know. Yeah, let me see what Miss Charlotte says on that one. Like how consistent is she with push-ups? I'm just guessing, but I would guess that she does them pretty regularly because she ain't even warm up. There it is. There it is. And there it is. She says she does push-ups every night, at least 25 to 50. So you see, it's not about being at the gym 7 hours a day. It's not even about going to the gym. You can be at home for 60 seconds doing 25 to 50 push-ups. And if you ever come to an event, Miss Charlotte is as lean and mean as you want to. She is fit. And men allegedly have an easier time getting in shape than women. I don't know if I believe that because I'm around a bunch of healthy ladies regularly. Like, I know, but that's the thing. So fellas, that's what I want y'all to take away from this, man. Be consistent, and even in your saving money, even in your investing, even in your business, okay? The fitness, any area, look, your relationship with your family, be consistent. I think the Bible says that God despises a double-minded man. Like, make up your mind, but be consistent. And that's the only thing I want y'all to do. If you can challenge yourself to be consistent over the next 90 days, really the next 5, 6, to the end of the year. If you can say, you know what, I am going to do one particular thing in each of those areas. I'm gonna just give you a blueprint. This is off the dome, off the top. You know what I mean? Yeah, Total Gyms are awesome. I love Total Gym. I think that's the one Chuck Norris promotes. Love Total Gym. Love it. Anything lets you be fit and help with mobility, I love. If things are fantastic. Almost everything. If you can look at the categories of your money, she said right here, Kenya says Kenya's 47. Look, same. And her mom is 70 years young and beat her in a race not once but twice. I'm not even sad about Kenya getting whooped by her mom in a race because I know her mom. Like if it was somebody other than that, I'd be like, come on, Kenya. But we talking about Charlotte Whitaker. She a machine, man. She a machine. Okay. So yeah, rebounders are great. I got a rebounder. I highly recommend it. Rebounding, you can do that every night. Rebounding is great for your joints. So a great workout. If I don't do nothing else, I'm a rebound. Okay, it's like a little mini trampoline. And get the ones with the metal springs are good. They got the bungees too. I forget which one we got at the house, but they're both really good. Okay. But that's the point, ladies and gentlemen. If you give yourself the next couple of months and you make it a point to be consistent in saving money, I don't care if it's moving money from one account into another. I don't care if it's saving $1 a day and putting it in a jar. I don't care what it is. If you can if a quarter, I don't care. You just want to be consistent. Just be consistent. You won't even notice that money. You ever notice that after a lot of these businesses now, when you go to check out, they say, hey, do you want to round up? And people just be like, yeah, I'll round up. See, they know the power of habit and compounding, and they're asking you, hey, you want to round up? You want to round up? That's how they get you. Oh, yeah, Coach Troy definitely know about rebounders. Troy's the immortal. Okay? So I was at a business yesterday. Oh, no, I lie. Thursday. And it was Thursday or Friday. And I went in there, and at the end and I bought my stuff, they were like, you want to round up. And the total was like, $60.50 or whatever, 49 cents, whatever it was. They're like, hey, you want to round up? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I didn't think about it after the fact, like, yo, you just got me. They didn't even tell me what it was for. They said, hey, you want to round up? I assumed it was from some charity or something. But I was thought about that. That's 60 cents, 50 cents, 30 cents, however much it was. If I multiply that times every time I go buy something or every time I go shopping, that's a significant amount of money that could be saved and invested. So be there getting that done as far as building the habit of saving. We'll do a different call on investing, but you should not be doing a lot of investing at all if you're still in debt. If you don't own your own car and own your own house, be easy on the investing. You need to be investing and paying off those debts, because paying off debt and getting up from under that interest is going to benefit you great. That'll be like a great investment. All right. We'll talk more about that in the future. But that being said, as far as your health, figure out if you're going to work out maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week, even if it's just 60 seconds, as many push-ups or as many sit-ups or rebounding, or just something where you can be consistent, and it doesn't need to take 19 hours. Just something consistent. Whatever it is, you can just do that to the end of the year. You have to see results. It's impossible for you not to see results. It's impossible. It's either going to slow down the amount of weight that you've been gaining, or it is going to get that weight lost. Even if you gain weight, you might be gaining it slower if you find something to do physically that you're going to be consistent at. Or you might start losing weight. Okay, either way, or you could just maintain and you won't gain anything, but you're going to have a positive benefit no matter what if you do something physical and you're consistent. Okay, you're either going to get bigger or stronger if that's what you want. You're either going to get smaller or leaner, or you're going to slow down the weight gain or slow down the muscle atrophication. But you are going to have some positive benefits no matter what, just from being consistent. Deborah Wright, good to see you. Okay. And last but not least, if you're involved in an online business, if you're not involved in an online business, you really should be. But if you're not involved in the online business already, get with the person who invited you to this live and let them get you started. Okay. But that being said, build your online business. You got to be consistent in that. Consistent in your learning, consistent in your exposure, acquiring skills and putting those skills into practice. If you're not going to be consistent in that, you are going to get eaten alive by the people who are being consistent. They might not get you today, they might not get you tomorrow, but they're going to get you if you're being consistent. Consistency is the key. That is the number one thing missing. I will take consistency over talent any day of the week, because I know that in time, that consistency is going to get to the goal no matter what. All right. So that's what we got tonight. I appreciate y'all. We will definitely catch y'all on the next one. Like I said, we're going to cut this one short. I got a long week, and been there, done that. Right. And I will talk to everybody real soon. I hope that made sense. But be consistent, write it down, and create the habit. Michael King, good to see you. And create the habits. Do not stop that routine until it becomes an addiction, like a healthy addiction, like a healthy habit. Do not stop working out 3, 4, 5 days a week until it becomes a habit. Do not stop saving money, even if it's just a little bit, until it becomes a habit. Do not stop reading books and making posts and exposing the business to at least one person a day until it becomes a habit. And this is how you know it's a habit. You know it's a habit when you don't do it for 2 or 3 days and you feel terrible. Okay? Terrible. Okay, cool. Jesus is coming back soon. Jesus never left, man. Looks like I put that in the comments. Jesus is coming back soon. Jesus been here. Jesus never left. Even in the Bible, Jesus never left, right? Good to have the Christians on here. I assume that person's a Christian, but yeah, Jesus is still here. Jesus is inside the heart of every believer. That's just how it works. He said it himself. It is what it is. All right. So that being said, be consistent with everything that you do. And from the business standpoint, you'll know if you've made it a habit. You'll know if it's being consistent. You will know if you stop doing it for 2 or 3 days and it feels bad. Like, ooh, I got to get to the gym. If you start getting aggravated that you ain't saved no money, you haven't built your business, you feel like people passing you up, you feel like you're falling back, 100% true. Yeah, I wanted to imagine how you would feel if you didn't brush your teeth for 2 days. 1 day, really, but let's stretch it out. Imagine if you was trapped at the airport, couldn't catch a flight, didn't have toothbrush, your bags are shipped somewhere else, you ain't got no bags. 3 days. 3 days. Can you imagine not brushing your teeth? Because it's a habit. Forget the slime and the film. You just feel nasty. You got to feel that same way about not getting to the gym, not working out, not building your business, not working on your skills, and not saving money and not getting out of debt. If you ain't paid no money towards your debt to get out of interest, you got to feel, yeah, he's eating the toothpaste. That's right. That's right. But you, when it's a habit, that's when you know that you've arrived, and then you just got to get back to doing the things that make you feel good, because you doing your habits is going to make you feel good. All right. That's that. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a